streets of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. Basically a month into the season, here in Week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the Minnesota Golden Gophers and the Washington Huskies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
I caught up with the Washington head coach before the game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Golden Gophers offense will go to work first. And it'll be Drake Lindsey leading the attack. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. RPO complete. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. Moving the pocket, it's Lindsey. The screen, and watch out. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. The Huskies offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Here's their big tight end, Decker DeGraff. 5 catches in their last win, a couple of them going for touchdowns. Quick give. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Williams trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted deep in his own end. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Left side, it's Taylor. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
and you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll run him again. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
The Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. He ought to get a little help on this one with that strong wind at his back. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Williams. It's complete to the right. No chance to run, but still a good gain. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Quickly to the tight end. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. First play of the period, first down here. Sends it back in motion. Here's Williams to throw. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. Wide receiver going in motion. Oh, what a cut! Touchdown, Husky! Gets it into the end zone.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, swing it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into 2. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Rush is on. He lost one down the sideline. Goes high to pull it in. Down inside the 35. Stopped him at the 34, and what an electrifying play.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Tells the run, wants to pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that's a really good response by this defense, man. You don't get too down on yourself. You don't beat yourself up. You line up, you play the next play. Nice job getting in the backfield. Now, going on the offensive, getting them in second long, a pretty predictable situation.
Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
To the air, it's Lindsey. Back's got it on the screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. That'll bring him to within 4.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Number 42, set to kick off.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll run it. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Training staff checking out this junior defensive tackle. We hope this is not serious and he gets back in the fray shortly. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wideout. Keep it on the ground. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Throwing, Williams. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, the ground game. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Snapped it, he has to have it. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they get it down, short of the first down marker. Tight end now in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Williams moves to his right. He'll try to do it himself. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Williams will pass. Out wide left, it's Moss. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. And the Huskies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Fresh set of downs going up top. Under pressure. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Williams. Oh, pressure's coming. A strike downfield. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Stepping to the right. He's shoved out of bounds right at the 6-yard line as they were able to at least keep him out of the end zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Touchdown, Husky! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. They march 72 yards, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Guys, here on the Golden Gophers sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Got it in the middle. It's Helms. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Timeout taken by Minnesota. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Unloads to the wideout. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass, it's Lindsey. Pulls it in. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Throwing deep. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 6 team, the Oklahoma Sooners.
And the Golden Gophers will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Washington.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house, great blocking, and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. On the return, it's Hayes. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Washington's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Lindsey. Right side, it's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. The Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Going to field this one in tight quarters. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's Williams to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped right there.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
Got the big pause on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Punt is on its way. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And after the pick, there is an injured player who's still on the field. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. From the red zone, it's Carr. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Throwing, Williams. Rush right in his face. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Second and long here. Hand off from the shotgun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Third and long coming up. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Williams hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Williams looking for a man. Setting up the screen. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They want to dance their way in on third and goal. Touchdown, Huskies! And the pummeling has started. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Third and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. The give is to Taylor. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football, and they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Hits inside, it's Taylor. Past the 6. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Delayed handoff. It's Turner. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Pulls it on the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt cut. Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Just feeds the running back.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And the defense gets the...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. 4th down, Williams. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes a connection. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Huskies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Play fake, Williams. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
When you know you have a team out of class, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just